All right, so I'm going to run through this question here. I've got a line L, which is 2x plus y equals 6. So there's the equation of a line. And I've got the line N, x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. So I'm just calling one of them L, one of them N, just because there's two lines in the question to distinguish between them. So there's the first line, there's the second line. I'm asked to find L intersection N. So that's the intersection symbol from sets, the upside down U. So L intersection N, and it tells me that's the point of intersection between the lines. So I'm looking for where the lines meet each other or cut each other or intersect each other. And it tells me to do that graphically and then algebraically. So there's two methods for doing it. I'm going to run through both in this video. Okay. An exam question might say find it graphically or algebraically, and you'd have your choice, and I would tend towards algebraically, but I'll show you how to do both methods here. So graphically first means you're actually going to graph or draw these two lines. Okay, so for the line L, to graph or to draw a line, how many points do I need? At least 2. Okay, so minimum 2, you can get a third one if you want. All right, so I need to find a point which is on the line 2x plus y equals 6. Okay, or I need to find 2 points on that line. All right, the easiest ones to find are where it cuts the x and the y axis. Okay, so you're gonna, that's what your xy axis looks like, and let's say that's your line. Well, here where it cuts the x axis, your y coordinate is 0. Okay, so at this point where it cuts the x axis, the y coordinate is 0 because you're not up or down off the x axis. Here where it cuts the y axis, your x must be equal to 0 because you haven't gone left or right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub 0 in instead of x and solve for y. Then I'm going to sub 0 in for y and solve for x, and that's going to give me 2 points on the line. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is sub 0 in for x. So 2 times 0 plus y equals 6. 2 times 0 is 0, so you're just left with y equals 6. So you sub 0 into the equation of that line, and it gave you y is equal to 6. That means the point 0, 6 is on that line L. Okay, now I'm going to sub 0 in for y. Y is equal to 0. So 2x plus, instead of y, I've got 0 is equal to 6. So I've got 2x is equal to 6. If 2x is equal to 6, then x is equal to 3. So when y was equal to 0, x turned out to be 3. So that gives me the point 3, 0. All right, so there's my 2 points on the line L. 0, 6, and 3, 0. What about the line N then? Well, the line N, I was told, is x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. So to find the points of intersection with the x and the y axis, I'll do the same. So I'm going to put 0 in instead of x. So 0 minus 2y is equal to minus 2. So if minus 2y is equal to minus 2, then you're going to divide across by minus 2. So you're going to get y is equal to minus 2 divided by minus 2. What's anything divided by itself? It's 1. So y is equal to 1. All right, so that gives me the point 0, 1. And now I'm going to sub y is equal to 0 into that line. Okay, so my line N is x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. I'm going to go y is equal to 0. So now I've got x minus 2 times 0 is equal to minus 2. So x is equal to minus 2. So when y is 0, x is equal to minus 2, so that gives me the point minus 2, 0. So for the line n, I've got the point 0, 1, and minus 2, 0. Okay, now I could have subbed other points in there. I could have subbed 1 in instead of x, 2 in instead of x, 3 in instead of x, and figured out what the y coordinate is that goes with it. What you will find is if you have a choice here to pick any 2 points to draw a line, the easiest ones to find are the intercepts with the axes, okay, where it cuts the x and y axis. So sub x in for 0 to find where it cuts the y-axis, so y in for 0 for where it cuts the x-axis. And that comes up in lots of questions, and it'll come up in different areas of the course, and it'll come up later on as well as you study maths more. Okay, so the idea that a line or something cuts the x-axis where y is equal to 0, it cuts the y-axis where x is equal to 0 is very important. Generally, you can be just asked to find that, but in this case here, it finds us the easiest 2 points we can find for each line. So let's actually draw these two lines. So if I'm going to draw this, my x-axis, my x-coordinates are 0, 3, 0, and minus 2. So my x needs to go over as far as 3 and over as far as minus 2. My y-coordinates go up to 6, and they don't need to go down into the negatives. Okay, so what I'm going to do when I draw this is I only need to go from minus 2 to 3 and from 6 to 0. So I think I'm going to stretch it out a bit so it's easier to read. So instead of kind of going 1 box for every unit, I'm going to go 2 boxes for every unit. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's my y-axis, and then my x-axis needs to go over to 3. I'm going up in jumps of 2 boxes, so it needs to go over at least 6 boxes. You can go a little bit further. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's minus 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Alright, so it's fine to go up in jumps of 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever suits the question. I went up in 2s here just to stretch it out to make it easier to read and easier to draw the lines rather than cramping it in. Just make sure you're consistent, so what you can't do is start going up in 1s and then start going up in 2s, or start going up in 2s, realise you're running out of space and then start squashing it. Put your numbers on actual grid lines, so don't put your numbers like there in a box because it's not clear, whereas 1 is at the top of the box, bottom of the box, or middle. Okay, so don't put your numbers in the boxes, put them on the grid lines. And just this point here where the 2 lines meet, that's 0, 0. So 1 starts out from that. Okay, so just watch where you're putting your 1 as well. It should be the same jumps as all the other points. Alright, so we'll do these in the same colours I used here. So blue for line L. So 0, 6. So 0, the x coordinates telling you don't go left or right because it's 0, so just go up to 6. So there's that point, and then I've got 3, 0 is over here. So there's that one, and then line N. So I've got 0, 1. So 0, 1 is here, and minus 2, 0 is here. So there's my 2 points, and just join those. And what was I asked to find? I was asked to find the point of intersection between them. So I was asked to find where they meet, and that is 2, 2. So the point of intersection between those lines is 2, 2, and that's me finding it graphically. Okay, so draw graphs of the 2 lines and just see where do they meet or where do they intersect. The other method for doing it is to do it algebraically. I'll do that now. I should get the same answer, 2, 2. To solve these simultaneous equations graphically, you're going to use something we've seen before, simultaneous equations. Okay, so line L then is 2x plus y is equal to 6, and the line N is x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. And remember, the goal with these simultaneous equations is to get the same number in front of a particular letter. So I want 2x here and 2x here, or I want 2y here and 2y here. All right, and then one will be positive, one will be negative. I'll add the two equations together and something will be eliminated. Okay, so I want either 2x here or I want 2y up here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of the y's. The reason I'm going to get rid of the y's is because this one here is already negative. Okay, so just once I get a 2y there, the y's will cancel. So what I am going to do is multiply the first equation by 2. Okay, because that's going to give me the 2y there that I need. Now, you can't just multiply the y by 2, you need to multiply the entire equation across. So 2x multiplied by 2 is 4x, y multiplied by 2 is 2y, 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. All right, I'm not multiplying the second one by anything, so just x minus 2y is equal to minus 2. So I've got my 2y here and my minus 2y here. So I'm ready to put these together. So 4x plus x is the same as 4x plus 1x. So 4x plus 1x is 5x. 2y minus 2y cancels. 2y minus 2y is 0. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get one of the letters to sum to 0. Is equal to 12 minus 2 is 10. So 5x is equal to 10. So divide across by 5. You get x is equal to 10 divided by 5. So x is equal to 2. All right. With these simultaneous equations, don't forget, I want to sub back in to one of the original equations to get y. I think the easier equation to use is the first one, because I've already just got y on its own. So I'm going to take that first equation, 2x plus y equals 6. And I now know that x is equal to 2. So I can sub 2 in instead of x. So 2 times 2 plus y is equal to 6. 2 times 2 is 4 plus y is equal to 6. You've got plus 4, so bring it over. Y is equal to 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. So you've got an x coordinate of 2, a y coordinate of 2. So putting those together as a point, you get 2, 2 as your point of intersection, same as when I did it graphically. Okay, so as I said, I think algebraically, as you see there, is that little bit quicker rather than graphing the lines. If you were graphing the lines anyway, maybe part one of the question was to draw the lines, then by all means, or if for something else in the question you need to graph them, or you already graphed one of them, maybe drawing the lines and finding the point of intersection will be quicker. But I think if you're just given a choice, if the question is just find the point of intersection between the lines graphically or algebraically, or it doesn't say, I would probably go with the simultaneous equations to do it. Okay.